I came up with an analogy today that I wanted to be able to explain to someone with compassion about consciousness. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. You can keep scrolling. However, if you're interested in what I'm going to say, stick around because this is going to get good, okay? And when I say I came up with it, I've literally never heard anybody else talk about it this way. And if somebody else has, great, cool. You can tag them, whatever. But the way that I explained it to them, it was like, so I want you to think of consciousness like a giant orchestra, okay? Think of life like a big band, big orchestra, okay? Every instrument represents a part of who we are, our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, identity, body, soul. All together, they are creating a song of our life. Self-concept is like the violins and the cellos. They set the tone of the music carrying the main melody of how we see ourselves. The I am. I am worthy. I am capable. I am loved. When the strings are in tune, the whole orchestra feels more harmonious. Affirmations and meditations are like tuning the strings, and they can play clearly. The ego is like drums or cowbell. It keeps rhythm, sets boundaries, reminds us of our individuality. Without the percussion, the music has no structure, okay? So the ego isn't bad. It isn't bad. But if it does bang too loudly on the drums or it's out of rhythm, it drowns out the melody. Ego needs balance with everything else. Like everything else, it needs balance. Manifestation is the music that comes out when all sections play together. It's not about forcing or trying. It's what naturally happens when the orchestra is in tune, when you're living your life, when you're having fun, when you're happy, when you're sad. That's still manifestation. If one part of the strings is out of tune or the percussion's too loud, the music gets distorted. The law of one is like the conductor's view. The conductor's perspective, all instruments are part of the same symphony. None are right or wrong. They are just different. Every perspective, every role adds to the whole. Let me repeat that because that was good. Every perspective, every role adds to the whole. Even when the notes are clashing, the orchestra eventually finds harmony again. So all of this just to say in plain words, ego and self-concept are not enemies. They're not enemies. They're just different instruments in the orchestra of consciousness. The ego gives us rhythm and structure, and self-concept carries the melody of how we see ourselves. Manifestation is the song that comes out when everything is in tune. And the law of one reminds us that no instrument is better or worse. They all belong. They all contribute to the harmony. And that is my TED Talk for today.